So you're saying Kripp says to take income early, and not taking income early is throwing. And to be 100% honest with you, obviously I ain't arguing with Kripp. Kripp's a better player than I am. I play Pig exclusively, but that doesn't mean nothing. He is significantly better at finding pivots, at doing um, odd niche builds, that kind of stuff. And I thought a lot about this because I followed Kripp's advice for a very long time. And I just didn't see it helping me. In the video that I'll post that was from yesterday's video, I actually went back to the moment I had talked about in the video, which was on beginning of day 5, we had zero currency, literally zero currency, right before our income hit. And by the time you had mentioned that I didn't pick up the thing, we were at the beginning of day 6, when I had 63 currency. I had 2 ticks of income then, and we got a lot of income because we have 8 because of what we pick at the beginning. And so once you subtract that out, which was 16, I had whatever the leftover is, 40 some odd coins that we had earned just by doing our buy and sell inside of a day. So in a single day, we had earned 3 times as much from just the regular econ plays we were making as we did from all of the income that we started with at 8. The moment that we saw the ATM that we didn't pick up was on day 3. And had we bought that ATM at the moment that I talked about it in the stream on day 6, we would have had exactly 1 more coin than we did when we bought it on day 3. You buy it for 4, you sell it for 2, 3 days worth of income, we would have been up exactly 1 coin. And we would have been down the opportunity cost of what we could have bought and sold with that money early. And so I obviously, when in doubt, if you're deciding whether or not to listen to me or listen to Kripp, listen to Kripp. Like, for sure, listen to Kripp. But in terms of as I have been playing it and noticing that as I'm spending a lot of time focusing doing income first, it doesn't seem like it's helping my economy that much. And it often seems like those big square purchases, especially on the first and second day, come back to haunt me when I have an item that could have made a board from middle to good or bad to middle. And I just started winning more when I stopped doing income purchases. And so, again, when in doubt, Kripp's probably right. But this is how I thought about it when I put some thought into it a little bit. Bruce Lee famously tells you to be like water, that there is no correct style, that to try to invest in a particular style in combat is to get locked into something, and the absolute best way is to be formless, to fit the moment, to think about exactly what they're doing versus what you're doing, and to flow, right? And there's no one on earth who's going to argue with Bruce Lee as to whether or not that's not the best way to be incredible at martial arts. But I would very much argue with Bruce Lee that that's the best way to learn martial arts. Because if I walk into a dojo and try not to learn a style, try not to learn technique, and try to be like water, I'm going to be a puddle on the floor for the rest of my life. Like, it's just not how you get there. You sometimes have to go through less optimal paths in order to learn the reasons why the masters are doing the things the masters are doing. And so what my takeaway is with Kripp and talking about income, I've never been able to see where he's telling me exactly why that's so powerful, other than it just being money. But the opportunity cost in all of my games has ended up costing me more than it has benefited me. And so I assume at some point I'm going to find the break point where I understand why the income matters so much. I understand how it affects my gameplay, and I understand the 3 or 4 other decisions I have to make to go along with it for it to actually be as powerful as it is. So I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying he's telling me to be like water, and I still got to learn how to walk first and hold a stance. And from everything I'm learning so far and everything that I put together in terms of good play, I have had just much more successful results, and I have much more of an ability to explain my logic path when I'm not prioritizing income as much as he is than I am when I am prioritizing it as much as he is. So as soon as I am able to articulate why that decision is good, that's the decision I'm going to start making. Until then, I can tell you how to win without doing it. And so that's what we're going to do.